Hello, how you doing? It's episode 2 of the Truth Podcast with Miracle HG. Yay! Okay, so I was supposed to put up episode 1 last week Friday, but then I had issues with the sound and editing. And if you were able to watch and listen, you notice the night crickety kind of sound. Yeah, that was it. But then I had to, because time, effort, energy, was put into that. And I had to post it, because there was nothing else I could do, right, to salvage or to take away that sound. But then we got amazing feedbacks, right, from Facebook to WhatsApp and on YouTube as well. On that particular episode, I got so many positive feedbacks, and this means that we are on track. We are, on the right path. Yes, so it gives me so much joy. And you know, if I didn't get such positive feedbacks, episode 2 may have come much later. But there's something about feedbacks, right? There's something about constructive criticism. So it helps you, it fuels you, to do more. And on that premise, welcome to episode 2 of the Truth Podcast with Moa, Miracle HAG. And so today we will be talking about, and okay, so if you're just joining and like this is your first episode, I would love that you go back to the first episode, because the first episode is the premise on which this podcast is standing and existing. Because whatever it is you are addressing, you have to address the family unit first, right? If you're addressing an individual, if you're addressing a society at large, you have to come from the point of what was your upbringing like? How were you raised? So if you have not seen episode 1, please and please and please go and watch episode 1. Not just watch, listen, right? You need to listen, because actually it's a must watch. So episode 2, today I'll be talking about the mind, the renewal of the mind. And I will be reading out the definition of the mind. What is the mind, the human mind? Now, the mind is that which thinks, feels, perceives, imagines, remembers, and wills. The totality of mental phenomena. It includes both conscious processes through which an individual is aware of external and internal circumstances, and unconscious processes which can influence an individual without intention or awareness. So we're going back to the first definition. The mind is that which thinks, feels, perceives, imagines, remembers, and wills. So we're going to take it bit by bit, right? So now, we're going to first talk about where your mind is housed. And as humans, we've been made to understand that the mind dwells in the soul. Now, man is a spirit that dwells in a body and has a soul. I'll take that again. Man is a spirit. He has a soul and he dwells in a body. This means that you and I are entities, spiritual beings. But for us to operate here on earth, we have a body and then a soul. So we are spirit, we have a soul, and we dwell in a body. Now the soul is where your mind dwells. So the soul houses your mind, it houses your will, and it houses your emotions. But today we are dwelling on the mind. Now, apparently, for everyone, as long as you're human, regardless of your race, your religion, your language, your skin color, whatever it is that you do is first conceived in your mind. Now, this mind is where your thought is being processed. So you think, that's your brain, your mind processes it. Your brain sends that thought to your mind, and your mind begins to, dwell on it. And the next thing is whatever thought process that has gone on in your mind comes through your emotions. It is through your emotions that another person begins to analyze what has been going on in your mind and in your head. So, whatever it is that you would want to do now, your mind already houses it through your thoughts. So that's the demonstration. So it means think, process, act. Right? And that's why for believers, for Christians, there is a saying, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. So that thing that you would want to say, that action you'd want to take, first builds up here. This is where you process it. And so your head tells you, your brain tells you, look at a kettle and then it's on fire, right? And then your mind begins to process, oh, if I touch this kettle now, it could burn me. Or your mind says, take the kettle, maybe use it to make tea or use it to have your bath. I'm just giving you an instance. This is just an instance, right? So there's somebody you just see somebody and maybe you know this person actually, but then maybe you have an issue with this person, and you know that when you see this person, you will not greet the person. It's not just something that happened impromptu. It didn't happen impromptu. It's something that your mind has already processed, right? Your mind already knows that we don't like this person. So when you see that person, you automatically know that, hello, I'm not going to greet you. So with this explanation, I've been able to cover that definition of the mind, which says it is that which thinks, feels, perceives, imagines, remembers, and wills. I've covered this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've covered 6 actions of the mind. The mind is that which thinks, feels, perceives, imagines, remembers, and wills. If you know this, you know the mind. And now, the purpose of this episode is to let you understand the mind and to know that this same mind can be worked on. It can be renewed regardless of who you are, your religion, your tribe, your color, that's your skin color, and how you were raised. Your mind can be worked on. And you have to understand how the mind operates first. And also be open-minded. You know that thing that makes people say, that's how I was wired, or that's how I'm wired, oh, that's how I do, or this is who I am. It's the mind. And today I'm here to tell you that that same mind of yours can be renewed. That same mind of yours can be turned around. It can change. It can be worked on. But then it has to take a daily and conscious effort. You have to be conscious, and that consciousness has to happen daily. You wake up in the morning, you tell yourself, today I'm going to be good. Today I'm going to limit the way I talk. Today I'm going to listen more than I talk. Today I'm not going to get angry. Today I'm going to put in more work in the office, in my business. Today I'm just going to be more accepting of people. Today I'm going to love more. Today I'm going to be more caring, more empathetic. Today I'm going to just be a nice person. Today I'm going to learn something new. Today I'm not going to say, this is how I grew up, this is how I'm wired. It has to happen daily, consciously. You wake up in the morning and you wake up with the intent to be a better person, to be a better daughter, to be a better son, to be a better spouse, to be a better child, to be a better employee, to be a better employer, to be a better cook, to be a better business person, to be a better sister, a better brother, to be just the better version of you. The person you are today can be a better person tomorrow, a much better person than yesterday. But it has to be daily. And it's not just about affirmation. Now, affirmation will help you, but then you have to condition your mind to do what you have affirmed. Like I said, the mind is that which wills. You will it in your mind. The next thing that follows suit is action. So, today, this is a call to action, to daily make conscious efforts to renew your mind. Renew your mind by toning down on what you listen to, who you listen to, what you feed your mind. Whatever you listen to is what your mind is going to be fed with. If you were constantly told that you're wicked, you won't succeed, you're bad, you're terrible, someone this is better than you, this other person will likely succeed more than yourself, and maybe you were told these things 10 years ago, 8 years ago, now the power of the mind, you will still remember them. Now, you may have gone ahead and forgiven that person, but your mind will always remember. because your mind has the ability to remember. Remember when I talked about what the mind is about, what the mind consists of, what the mind is able to do? The mind is able to remember even after 20, 25, 30, 100 years. So if you were always thrown down or brought down or weighed down as a growing child or even as an adult, after a while, your mind begins to process that to you every now and then. So you hear people say these things about you. Your mind harbors, processes, and sends back to your brain that keeps telling you this is who you are. So even when you want to do good, when you want to be better, your mind keeps telling you, sends signals to your head. Have you forgotten? This is who you are. They've always said this about you, and this is who you are. Now, for my colleague whom, after talking to him, he said he wants to go back to school, but he doesn't know how to, start studying and all of that. And I said, you can. All you need to do is recondition your mind to believe that you can. All you need to do is renew your mind. All those things that were said to you, throw them into the trash. Throw them into the bin. And I was moved to ask, how many years ago were those things said to you? When last did you hear them? He said 2018. And I said 2018 is a long time. Now, while you may not forget everything at once, but start conditioning your mind or reconditioning your mind, because he said he used to do so well, and I'm like, you can do it again. You can be that person again. Start reconditioning your mind daily, affirming that this is who you are. If you need to get an accountability partner, somebody to keep reaffirming that you're good, that you're intelligent, that you can do this, get it. If you need a mentor, do it. However, it's not enough to just reaffirm in your mind and keep affirming that you're good, that you're intelligent, that you can do it, you can go back to school. You need to start putting in things in place, put things in place that will help you do. So when you have reconditioned your mind that you can go back to school, you can do it, you can study and come out with distinction, the next thing is to start looking for ways to, start reading, you can start reading online, you can start reading books online, you can start, whenever you come across a good piece, you read it. That way you're conditioning yourself that, okay, next year I apply for JAM, and then the next thing is, when you're done, start thinking about schools, thinking about what you want to study and the schools that can help you achieve that. And then the next thing is the exact program you want to go for. Now he says he wants to work while schooling, and I'm like, you can do both. So start looking for schools that allow for part-time programs while you work and school. It might take a longer time and more funds, but you can do both at the same time. And he was so grateful. Now, another thing is, in the journey of reconditioning your mind and renewing your mind, you need to be careful moving forward who you listen to, who you tell things to. You need to be careful. It's not every ear that should hear what you're going through. And it's not every mouth that you should listen to. So in the process of having a mind renewal as an individual, regardless of your culture, your skin color, or anything, you need to be mindful of who you listen to. Be mindful of the things you listen to. Be mindful of the songs. Yes, even down to songs. Some songs can uplift your spirit. Some songs can put you down. Now, music is one thing that doesn't need permission to invade your spirit, man. So you need to be careful of the music. You need to be careful of the movies you watch. You need to be careful of the books you read as well. Yes, while I understand that knowledge is power, you need to be careful the kind of knowledge you are gaining. You need to really be mindful. Now, for my Christian folks, for my believers, you need to constantly pray, constantly sing, I think hymns, yes, more of hymns. You need to constantly be in the place of devotion. You need to constantly be in the place of listening to hear what God is saying, studying God's word. That is how you renew your mind. And while you're doing all of this, be careful as well. The songs you're listening to, even the gospel songs, you need to really screen the kind of Christian songs you digest. I tell you the truth, it is not all gospel songs that are really gospeling. So you need to be careful. You need to sit down, have a rethink, and re-strategize. That is how you can start mind renewal. That is how you can start the process of renewing your mind. And by renewing your mind, you renew your thoughts as well. So today I charge you and I urge you to be careful of what you digest. Whatever you feed your mind has a way of playing out in who you are, in your actions. Remember, hear first, then hear, and then action. And then when you want to listen, it is your ears first, sends it to your brain, then to your mind, and then action. So you need to really be careful. It is a gradual process. It's not going to happen in one day. So you need to be careful. You need to make daily conscious efforts towards having a renewed mind. And then renewal of your mind is not a one-off. It's a daily thing. You wake up each morning, you tell yourself it's a brand new day. It's a new day, a new chapter for me to be better, a clean slate for me to write on, for me to act on. Daily, if you're going to forget anything I said today, don't forget two things. Renewal of your mind is possible. And secondly, it needs to be a conscious, deliberate effort. Don't forget, daily, constantly. It's a constant thing. It's a constant effort. So don't forget, deliberate, conscious, daily. Daily make deliberate, conscious efforts to have a renewed mind. Now, what does this do for you? It helps you become a better person. It helps you to be a constant, renewed human being. That way, you're contributing your own quota in helping the society be a better one. Another thing is you need to be careful of your circle, your association. But then we'll treat this association topic in another episode. That's where we will dwell more on that. So today, don't forget that your mind is a powerhouse. And whatever you will your mind, you can do. So be careful what you're willing, be careful what you're imagining, be careful what you're thinking, be careful what you're remembering, be careful what you are feeding your mind. Your mind is the mirror to your spirit. Be careful. All right? And it's Christmas in a few days. I do not know what you're planning, but whatever it is, do not forget to watch subsequent episodes. And, my podcast, the Truth Podcast, is one that will also help you to renew your mind, to be conscious of what you're feeding your mind. Till I come your way next episode, stay safe, stay blessed, stay consciously making conscious and deliberate efforts to be a better person. Peace.